I tell you who isn't in the doldrums, actually, at the moment, although I think a lot of people predicted he might be by now, and that's Nigel Farage. His time in the Australian jungle continues, and as ever, we're keeping a close eye on all the action.
And his naked bottom, which we've seen far too many times so far. Let's go down under to get an update on how Nigel is getting along.
And there, live in Australia right now, is our reporter Ben Leo. Ben, what's the latest news? How is Nigel doing?
Yeah, morning, guys. I'll just touch on the weather here, first of all. I was listening to your forecast back home, and it sounds like you've got much more sunshine than we have. We've not seen the sun in days here. You could say it's been in the doldrums. In terms of Nigel, he's been quite quiet on the airtime front. Last night, he was involved in a bush tucker trial as an assistant to food critic Grace Dent. She walked around with an American football helmet on her head, filled full of cockroaches. She actually got one caught in her ear, which she said was burrowing in her brain, and she had to get a medical assistant to pluck it out. But Nigel, meanwhile, he was filmed quite hilariously running around with literally ants in his pants. This is the moment.
Right, down, that's it, yeah, that's it. Right, get ready. Right, nice and easy. Well in, nice. Nigel's got it. And touchdown!
What an experience. I mean, when I was a little boy, my grandparents and parents used to say to me that I had ants in my pants. Well, today, I learnt literally what that's like. And I've got to tell you, there are still some in there right now.
So there we go. That was pretty much the highlight of Nigel's involvement last night. They did win the trial, actually, which means that they won camel behind for dinner. Previously, they lost the trial on Tuesday night. Sorry, Sunday night. Where are we? Friday night. There we go, Friday night, which meant they were sleeping on a hard floor and having dinner of rice and beans. Elsewhere, I've been speaking to show insiders who say that behind the scenes, the campmates are getting on so well, it's making it hard for programme editors to spark up any sort of fiery interest. And an interesting column in the Daily Mail this morning from Janet Street Porter talking about Nigel's electoral. She says the Tories don't know what to do in order to win the next election. Nigel Farage's enemies can moan all they like about his jungle participation. But at this rate, he could hold the key to who is in Downing Street by the end of next year. Expect more of naked Nigel. The stakes couldn't be higher. And interestingly enough, Nigel Farage is now a lower price than Boris Johnson to become the next leader of the Conservative Party.
I know. I mean, he's playing the game absolutely right. It's a very interesting piece that Janet Street Porter has written in the Mail today, because she sort of started out sceptical, and she said he's winning everybody over just by playing the game by its rules, and he understands that it's all about airtime, and he's getting on air as much as possible. Fascinating.
Although we're both old enough and cynical enough to know a lot of it's in the editing.
Yes, it is. But yes, they've been leaving a lot of him in the edit at the moment. One wonders if they'll start to worry about the fact that he is getting too much airtime. Anyway, Ben, thanks very much indeed. I hope the weather cheers up for you. Don't remain in the doldrums, whatever you do.
Me too. Thank you.
Thank you.